Hello and welcome everybody. Randy here with Nerds Templar. This is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League Season 0, set number 20 of 22. We're almost at the end. This is the final week. We have 2 days of playoff days, one for regular playoff days or sets, and then another one for the finals, the quarter, semi, and finals. Here's where things stand. After 19 sets, Peach is at the top of Team Mario, 12-5. Mario is second at 12-6. Kirby is third at 11-6, along with Donkey Kong at 11-6. Yoshi and Zelda are 10-7. Link is 9-9. Luigi's 7-10. Sheik is 6-12. Diddy is 5-12, and Toon Link is eliminated at 2-15. Team Baddies, we got Bowser at 14-3, got Wolf at 12-5, DDD at 11-6, Wario and Ganondorf at 10-7, Mewtwo is 9-8, and eliminated at the bottom is Meta Knight at 3-14 and Snake at 2-15. Team Nintendo, we got Captain Falcon at 13-4, got Ness at 12-5, Rob is 12-6, Lucas is 11-7, Falco 10-8, Mr. Game & Watch and Fox are 8-9, Ice Climbers are 7-10, Samus is 6-11, and eliminated is Sonic at 4-13 and Zero Suit Samus at 4-13. Finally, Team Universe, Ike is 12-5, Pokemon Trainer is 11-6, Pikachu is 9-8, Olimar is 8-9, Pit is 7-10, Lucario, Marth, and Jigglypuff are all 6-11. Everybody with 12 or less losses still remains in this for now, but it doesn't seem like it'll be the case for long. 8-9 gets you in right now, so 7 wins won't do it, i.e. 13 losses. So that's where we're at. And also that we also have 11 wins gets you in currently. So Peach, Mario, Kirby, Donkey Kong, Bowser, Wolf, DDD, Captain Falcon, Ness, Rob, Lucas, Ike, Pokemon Trainer, all have clinched the playoffs. And that is all the buys are clinched, and then also 5 more of the playoff spots of the 16 seeds. So over a quarter of them gone, over a third if you're counting the buys, a lot of spots taken. We shall see who can take the rest, I guess. In the mid card today, we got Pokemon Trainer versus Pit, 11-6 versus 7-10, and that's Pokemon Trainers win the first time. Zero Suit Samus at 4-13, who lost to Game & Watch at 8-9 the first time. Kirby 11-6, taking on Luigi at 7-10, who won actually the first time. Luigi beat Kirby. Sonic at 4-13, taking on Ness at 12-5, who won the first time. Zelda at 10-7, taking on Sheik at 6-12. Zelda won that one. And finally, Pikachu at 9-8, taking on Lucario at 6-11, and Lucario won that one. So we have 2 here, decently potential upset wins for Luigi over Kirby and Lucario over Pikachu, because that did happen already. We'll see. The low card is, again, pretty low here. The high card is amazing, though. Our low card, Snake, 2-15, taking on Wario at 10-7, and Wario won that one. Samus at 6-11, taking on the Ice Climbers at 7-10. Ice Climbers won that one the first time around. Olimar at 8-9, taking on Marth at 6-11, and Marth won that one. Toon Link 2-15 versus Diddy at 5-12, and Diddy won that one. DDD at 11-6, who beat the 3-14 Meta Knight, and then finally Jigglypuff at 6-11, taking on Ike at 12-5, who won the first one. So we do have 2 of the top competitors taking on their bottom of those respective division opponents, in Jigglypuff and Meta Knight, well, sort of Meta Knight. We also have a few there in the low card that could be eliminated for good, such as Ice Climbers and Olimar. Anyway, in the high card, finally, we got Mewtwo at 9-8, who beat Ganondorf at 10-7 in the first one. Fox 8-9, taking on Captain Falcon at 13-4, but Fox won that one the first time around. Peach is 12-5, who beat Yoshi 10-7. Rob at 12-6, taking on Lucas at 11-7, and Rob won that. Donkey Kong at 11-6, taking on Mario at 12-6, and Mario won that the first time. And finally, Wolf at 12-5, number 2 in Team Baddies, taking on number 1 Bowser at 14-3. Bowser goes in with the first head-to-head victory in that. Link's on a bye, Falco's on a bye, both of them almost around the exact same spot. Link is 7th at 9-9, Falco is 10-8, in 5th right now in their respective divisions again. Let's get into it. See if anyone who gets eliminated today, who makes their way into the playoffs. Pokemon Trainer is starting things off against Pit. I did say we'd use their tertiary outfits today for the final time, so let's do it. Yeah, in the mid card here, we got a lot of really important ones. These are most of the time we're going to be in a match that has potential for someone being eliminated. Here, I believe, is such a case where Pit is 7-10. 11 probably won't be eliminated today, but there's a very good chance. 11 is the last place probably you can end up being. We might see 9 and 11s get in, but it's possible not all of the 9 and 11s will get in the way things are going. So you want to probably be 10-10, and you might have a shot at 9 and 11. So that's where Pitt stands right now at 7-10. 3 wins to go for him. Pokemon Trainer is in the playoffs. They're 11-6. Taking a ton of damage though, 147-26 right now in favor of Pit. Now they can actually, with a win today and a loss from Pikachu, they will clinch the bye if Ike wins today in any way. Just if Ike wins, he will clinch the bye as well for Team Universe. Those are going to be the 2 first byes clinched for any division. And we already have Pokemon Trainer down 1 stock, though. Not great for them, because again, they do need to win and have Pikachu lose today for that bye. But of course, they have that spot by two matches right now, so they are kind of still okay if they can't quite make it. But Pit isn't really one you want to lose to. Maybe a little better losing to him than Pikachu or Olimar. The Giratina, though, I believe that was for... That might have been for Pokemon Trainer there. Pit's at 139, still on his first stock, though. Doing great damage to Pokemon Trainer's second here. 73%, shooting arrows like crazy. Nice sword attack there. Yeah, and this is big for Pit, though. He needs to win out, basically. His next 3 matches, he needs to win them all here. Team Universe, certainly the division with the least amount of competitors making the playoffs. They only have 1. They have their 2 byes, obviously, but then they only have 1 other fighter making it, and that's Pikachu at 9 and 8. Olimar, I believe, was making it 2 at 8 and 9 now. Yeah, he's right there on the brink of elimination himself. Charizard stays on for Pokemon Trainer there barely. It's 136 to 160. Pit finally loses his first stock, but Pokemon Trainer is at 147 on their second already. Pit with a nice huge lead. Lugia coming out of the Pokeball takes that second stock from Pokemon Trainer for Pit, and Pit is up 1 entire stock. Great for him, not so great for Pokemon Trainer. It's always nice to just be done, you know, with playoffs, right? Not have to deal with it anymore. Somehow, the edge play is all good for a Pokemon Trainer there. A lot of squirrel surfing. Gets a Fletchling, gets Latios and Latias, both Pokemon Trainers there. Might get Pit's, wait a second, second stock here. Yes, over 100% all of a sudden, and now we're all tied up pretty much. Pit laying down some more damage though. Oh, and then it took it Amaru. Squirrel jumps straight into it. 52% all of a sudden on him. Pokemon Trainer needs to bring it back a little bit here. Oh man, jumps into the Togedemaru again. 75%. Ivysaur comes out. Oh man, Mileta now for the Pokemon Trainer. Gonna even things back up, I believe, here. Perhaps. Another Song Bomb hits Ivysaur with a big attack. And another Pokeball. It's a Mimikyu! Hit. Gonna try to avoid it maybe on the edge. Oh, Charizard comes flying in though and does it himself. That is that. Did the Latios and Latios also just come out for him? Either way, what a win. What a comeback victory for Pokemon Trainer there. Much needed. Pit, unfortunately, oof. 429 match. That's what happens when there's a comeback, I suppose. 9-13 in items in favor of Pit. Whew. Pokemon Trainer one step toward clinching the bye. We'll see if Lucario can defeat Pikachu. If that happens, Trainer does clinch. And that is actually the last match of the mid-card, so we shall find out soon enough. Zero Suit Samus taking on Game & Watch. And this one, of course, it's Christmas time. Let's go with white instead of black for her. And for Samus, regular Samus will be the same. Or anyone else that we're dealing with something like that. And what was his again? I guess it's, again, his was a choice because they are basically the same. So let's go with the lighter one. Merry Christmas, everybody.
3, 2, 1, go!
Game & Watch at 8 and 9. He's in more of a situation where it's not a necessary win, but it is definitely one you want to get. Especially, again, it should be an easier one, taking on the lowest in the division for him here. And Zero Suit Samus at 4 and 13. So you want to be able to pick this one up, if any, right? Your next 3 matches here. He did... yeah, he lost another one that he wouldn't have lost, that he didn't lose the first time around. I'm not sure. That might have been last set. I believe he was going in 8 and 8 last time. Giratina for Zero Suit Samus here, though. Game & Watch set up right into it, and ew, the third gust is definitely going to get that. Samus up a stock, currently 69% on her. Oof, big hit there, 86 now. Game & Watch not in huge trouble yet. A big torch attack comes out, evens things up, dealing with a Fletchling though. The ball. Samus gets it. Genesect. Ruh-roh. Game & Watch does not avoid the first big blast. Gets hit by one of the small blasts. And avoids the second by just standing still. Scissor, though, comes out, and I believe Beware also for Samus. So Game & Watch is going to lose that life as well, for sure. It's like there's not going to be any more action from those Pokemon. Kyogre, though, now for Samus. Wow. Well, when you do things like that, you just don't give your opponent any chance. Kyogre doesn't care where you go. He will not be denied that giant legendary whale dinosaur thing. Awesome. I love Kyogre. He's so cool. I love Ruby and Sapphire are such good games. A 159 match. Man. Samus cleaning house with the help of a lot of good Pokemon. 9-0 in items. I bet you know who won that one. That was crazy. So she goes to 5 and 13 needlessly because she's already eliminated with the 13 losses is out. 7 and 13 will not do it. She moves to 5 and 13, and again she can play Playoff Crusher to people like Game & Watch, who now moves to 8 and 10, and he now is in the spot where he needs to win the next 2 matches. Losing the easy one now probably has to win harder ones because it doesn't get much easier than that. We now have Kirby taking on Luigi. And again, we got a similar situation. Guess we could also use the purple for Luigi's tertiary, but this works, I think, better, the orange, for their red division. 11-6 Kirby, 7-10 Luigi, and he is another, just like Pit, on the brink of playoff extinction. Speaking of dinosaurs. But he did win this matchup the first time around. Perhaps he can do it again. Kirby kicking him back onto the map. I don't think he would have had trouble getting back up. Just letting the Pokeball sit there. He does grab one, Luigi that is. Drops it as Kirby comes down in down B form. Abra for Luigi. Kirby gets that Pokeball that Luigi dropped, and it is a Genesect that blasts Luigi away. He might even get hit by this second blast if he's not careful. No, he's alright. But Kirby, nice lead here, 55% on his first stock currently. Inkay and Fletchling. Inkay for Kirby. Kirby, I assumed Fletchling was for him too, yeah. And he gets a Vulpix now. Again, this item, the item grab, important. Get all the Pokeballs you can when you control the map like this. Star you now for Kirby. Blast Luigi. Setting him up but Kirby can't quite capitalize on that. Alolan Vulpix now for Kirby. Again, getting everything. Luigi able to make it back onto the map there. And Kirby gets a Fennekin now. Luigi, though, with a nice hit there. 101 on Kirby, 85 on Luigi's second stock, however. Luigi. Kirby making short work of him with all this Pokeball help, Pokemon help. Meowth now at the bottom for him. Luigi, though, hanging in there because the Pokemon aren't as good as they could be. They're all like mid-range stuff that just hurts. Kirby now, though, gets a Victini right as he launches Luigi himself. Luigi, 1 life left. Kirby waiting down there with that final smash now. Kirby had won 15%, however. And he gets the final smash. Luigi dodged it. I didn't even know you could dodge Kirby's final smash at that kind of range. Wow, good job. Mimikyu for Kirby isn't going to be as good as it could be. Xerneas for Luigi should be able to get Kirby's second stock here. First stock, I mean. And maybe if he can get another hit or two in here. Nope, just the one. Doesn't quite bring him back to... I mean, he still has a chance here. He's down an entire stock. Bell asleep in the Bell Awesome, though. Kirby knocked him into it. Still not enough percent, though, for it to matter. 62 on him now. Oh, man, nice up B attack from Kirby there. And the Soul Galio comes out for him. Not going to be much dodging it as Kirby throws Luigi into there. And, yeah, that's it. Kirby, GG. Moves to 12-6. And Luigi again, the worrisome 7-11 position for him. All right, we'll see what we can do in the end here. Can he pick up 2 more wins? It's the last 2, and have a chance at that, and maybe one of the very last playoff spots. Who knows? 14-3 in items, of course, for Kirby. Got Sonic now, another one that's out. 4-13. But he can play Destroyer of Hopes and Dreams of somebody like Ness, who's 12-5. Really had anything to go with for him except this one. Ness won this one the first time around.
3, 2, 1.
And again, yeah, Sonic's win doesn't matter. Loss doesn't matter. He's done. He's also, no matter what happens, he's probably, yeah, he'll be moving on to the yellow division. next season because of his horrible performance this time around. Ness will stay here in the blue. and 5. He is just a game behind Captain Falcon right now. Just half a game ahead of Rob, though. I think right now he has, I think he lost both times, Captain Falcon. So he'll need 2 wins if he does want to, 2 wins and 2 losses from Captain Falcon if he wants to pass up the captain in that number 1 spot. But they're both looking okay right now for the bye. We'll see. A win here would be great for him going toward that. And there is the first elimination for him on Sonic. He's at 47 now on his first. Oh. Got 61. Got a Meowth for himself. Nice catches Sonic as he's coming at him. Pops. Yeah, there he does pick up the Pokeball finally. It's a Ditto. Another one falls. Oshawott. Oh, Sonic in the wrong place at the wrong time for that Oshawott. Oh, no. Yeah, he's going to get back. Both going to get back to the map. Ditto Nest pulls a Snivy while that's happening. Kind of hopping around. Pokeball falls. Ness has a Moltres. One 118 to 96. Sonic is down a stock though, and now down 2 stock. Ness at 101%. Sonic jumped right into that. Ness, I don't think, had any chance of making it back, but he did get that 22% on Sonic now because Sonic jumped into the attack. So, not smart on Sonic's part. Ness, I believe, gets that Metagross, and thus that Pokeball as well. It's a Togedemaru. Sonic avoids the first blast. 52% on him already, though, on that last life. And a Fletchling as well for Ness, and Sonic spins himself into the second Togedemaru blast, takes some damage, 70% on him now. Gotta be careful. Hope slipping. His hope's already gone, but yeah, Ness looks like he should be able to pick up another, the type of win the Game & Watch should have picked up on Zero Suit Samus. It looks like Ness should be able to get. Unless I spoke too soon on Sonic here. Oh man, the Staryu into the Dedenne for Sonic doesn't quite get the Ness knockout there. But and Ness makes it back. Got a Bomb of Snow for Sonic now. And Ness now knocked out 86% on Sonic. This is still manageable for him. He needs to avoid any big hits from Ness and might be alright. And Giratina for Sonic. It's at the top of the map though, so Ness could have just avoided if he's smart enough. Doesn't take much. Yeah, he does avoid it. It's one reason not to throw your Pokeball on the top platform. So Meowth for Ness doing a little work, and now he's taking control of the map, got an Eevee, and then got the knockout himself after stacking a little more damage there. Ness gets it after Sonic brings it a little closer, a little close for comfort there. Or maybe any of you Ness fans, 4-13 time. Sonic did definitely give him a little run for his money there. Not a bad match. 7-13 in items for Ness. 2 more matches in this mid-card subset. 2 more pretty good ones. Zelda here. One of the better competitors. Just like Ness, not as good as Ness. Against Sheik. Counterpart. Other self. So many options really for Zelda's second. think we always go with that. Well, that one is more red, I guess, huh? Yeah. And Sheik. I think we have many choices here. For a third, just the black. We could go with this one too. That is actually mostly red and white, so let's do that. Why not? Get a little crazy. It's just that little bit of light blue anyway. You can barely see it. All right, here we go. 10-7 Zelda, who beat the 6-12 Sheik. First time around, their records really are not that different. They could end up, 8-10, or 8-12 and 10-10. Could be their records in the end. Probably won't be that, but it is possible. Zelda in the huge race in Team Mario, or like the top half of the entire division. It's only 2 games separate them. 10-7 for Zelda at 6th, and Peach is 12-5 at first. So, yep, pretty crazy. That leaves her just enough matches to actually have a chance at a bye still here. Bowser, probably himself in Team Baddies, he's looking to be able to clinch a bye here himself with only a couple matches left, and going up against Wolf here is going to determine that, whether that happens or not. Depending on what DDD does today, Wolf and Bowser both may be looking to clinch, especially if Wolf beats Bowser and DDD loses. Sheik's already down 1 stock. Did just knock Zelda out, though, with the help of Ditto Sheik. Zelda now dealing with 2 of her own self. All tied up, Obama Snow for Zelda. Oh, catches Sheik a second. I thought maybe caught in the up A of Zelda as well. That is not a good combo. Or the down A. Get caught in with the Obama Snow Ice. Blizzard, perhaps. He's gone, but Sheik's taken 85% damage now. Falls asleep in the Bell Awesome, but Zelda's dealing with getting Pokeballs and stuff instead of just getting the knockout. Doesn't matter, gets a Xerneas and a Mimikyu. Kind of useless stackage of Pokemon, but still definitely a knockout on Sheik. Maybe another extra hit with the gold buff. Or 2. Or 3. Nope. Got another Pokeball for Zelda. Zelda now in a nice, comfortable lead here. Togedemaru comes out. 1 blast missed. Oh, Chespin and Togedemaru on top of each other right now. And Sheik avoids the second Togedemaru shock. And all the other Chespin blasts. Gets hit by the first one. 38-70, Sheik's last stock, though. Zelda has 1 extra. Tons of damage from all those Pokeballs. Oh, beware for Sheik, though. Look out, Zelda. That is the game changer detonate for Zelda. She's below Beware, which is a good place to be. Beware kind of like not even close to her. Not doing a very good job himself there. Sheik, wait a second, doing some edge things. Zelda first attempting the edge things, but Sheik was the one that actually won that, got the hit. But a Marshadow for Zelda is probably going to finish things. Zelda does it herself, though, in fact. And a pretty easy victory after things were tied up at 2 stock. Zelda takes that one. No prob. 326. She moves to 11-7. Of course, a very strong place in the entire league to be. 10-8 in items for her. Strong place to be because 11-9. If she were to lose her next 2 matches, she should still make the playoffs. She should be okay. I don't think we'll know quite for sure. We probably would if we looked like at all the matchups exactly who's facing who. We could probably determine even more, but we're not going to look that far into it. Pikachu versus Lucario is our last matchup of the mid card. And while, yeah, this is an extremely important matchup for both, certainly more so for Pikachu, more so for Lucario, but again, his hopes are pretty much dwindling and almost gone because of, he's at 11. He's 6-11, and I'm starting to question whether the 7 and 11s have a chance, or I'm sorry, the 9 and 11s have a chance. Even if he would win out here, I don't believe all the 9 and 11s. Maybe one, maybe two, but that would probably be all that would make it in. Oh my goodness, Lucario knocked into the first Genesect Blast there. The Pikachu pulled immediately, jumps in, hit by the second one too, but the first one knocked him out. He's at 38% on his second stock already. He pulls a Togepi. I think it was his, maybe not. Go-Goat as well down there. That is his. I think it just hit Pikachu. But 59 on Pikachu's first, 49 on Lucario's second. Bad for Lucario. Quite certain 8 and 12 is not going to make it. 12 may be eliminated today. We'll have to see. 12 losses, that is. 8 wins. Possible. Although 8 wins yesterday actually got you in. Pikachu gets knocked out there. 78 on Lucario with the help of the Xerneas buff. Maybe gonna bring things back here. Yeah, Pikachu now caught in the Staryu Swift. Lucario not adding any damage to it though. Gets a Scissor, however, and that is going to be damage added enough, I would say. If Scissor can catch this crazy Pikachu, there it is. Not going to be enough. Scissor's going to go away now, and Oshawott going to miss for Lucario. 103 for Pikachu does give Lucario the percent lead here as well, as the stock tie at 2. Oh, 103 each. Here we go. Lucario, dude, oh, with the Energy Blast, hits Pikachu and gets the knockout, doing everything he can to remain in this thing. Beware comes out. Was that his? No, it was Pikachu's, and he loses his second stock. 1-1. Pikachu has 19% now after that, after Lucario comes back. Oh man. Beware is still there, but not going to do anything. Eevee, probably Pikachu's, and so is Abra. Not going to do a whole lot. Good zone for Pikachu. Allow him to get advantage of the map like that, and Solgaleo may be what he needed to really finish things. Second blast hits, and the third does not. But Latios and Latias comes out after that. That's what you gotta do, stack those Pokeballs. Pikachu gets another one. Lucario in some trouble. Chespin on the side of the map. You never want to see that. Pikachu actually helps him out away from it. Lucario gets an Arceus. Uh-oh. Pikachu for 53% cannot afford to be in the wrong place here on the map. 2 and one more blast from Arceus. Pikachu okay here. Another Pokeball spawns 53 to 110. Pikachu's favor. It's a Staryu for Pikachu. It caught Lucario for a moment. Catches him again after he comes back down after being hit. Gardevoir for Pikachu. 157 on Lucario, but just 1 or 2 hits is enough to knock Pikachu out if he can get lucky here. Blocks Pikachu's attack. 165 Pikachu with the Pokeball doesn't open, and now he does. Just an Alolan Exeggutor. And that should, no, 181 on Lucario. Any hit will probably do it. 53 still on Pikachu. Oshawott comes out for Pikachu. Just needs a clean hit. Lucario, oh my, there's the one big hit he needed. Ooh, Pikachu, 90% almost knocked out there. Just barely survives. Lucario with the kick. Comes back and wins it. Pikachu falls to 9 and 9. Lucario 7 and 11. Still a very small glimmer of hope for the playoffs. For the Psy Dog biped Pokemon. 352 match. Seemed like it might have been a little longer than that, but 13 to 8 in items for Pikachu. Wow. Lucario, he did win that the first time around. That was twice now that he's beat Pikachu. I don't know. He's right there. 9 and 11 is so close. If he ends up getting 2 more victories, but that remains to be seen. That is the end of our mid-card subset. We will be right back with the low card. Stay tuned. Nerds Templar. All right, guys, we are back with our low card subset here in set 20 of 22. Wow. Wow. Snake is starting things off here. This low card is pretty low. There are some good competitors, but they're mostly fighting bad ones. But still, we've seen upsets. We've seen so many upsets this season. So very many upsets. So, there's always a chance for more. Just like here, Snake, 2-15, definitely out of it. Taking on the 10-7 Wario, one of the better in the league. 10-7, a fine spot to be. Probably already gets you into the playoffs, but it's not official just yet. Right now, officially, 11 gets you in. We'll see if 10 does it today or not. I don't think it will, but it might. Depends on how many will move to the 8-win spot, or the, I guess maybe the 9-win spot. We'll see. We'll see. Snorlax coming down, but Snake eliminates himself first. Wario up an entire stock, 37% only on his first. Darkrai into a Kyurem for him. Kyurem not going to hit, even though it's going to go. It is going to hit because it is in such a good spot. Snake can't avoid it coming back to the map. Does a little bit. Inkay now. Snake up to 86 on his second. Losing so quickly. That first one, never a good thing. It's like a huge handicap for you. Giving your opponent such a, just basically like, here you go. You can have the one stock advantage just to begin this match. Even though I am 2-15. And he falls off the map again. Snake. So he is now down to his last stock, 68% on Wario on his first. Let's see if he can go flawless here. Snake's all but given up. He will be out of Team Baddies next season, moving into the blue division, and Team Baddies will also be renamed to the green division. So there's that. But yeah, Snake will be in the blue division anyway. See how he does against those guys. Also slightly interesting because the only interdivisional play we had this season was green and yellow playing each other. And they're not going to, no one's going to shift from green into yellow or from yellow into green. So we're not going to see any new division matchups from newcomers that are the same as anything we've seen from interdivisional play this season. If that means anything, it doesn't. Wario loses one stock, but it means absolutely nothing, just as much as the comment I just made. And Snake there loses his last stock before Giratina can do anything, I think, for him. Wario, yep, gets that last one finally. Not much to worry about. Doesn't get the flawless victory if we're counting to see who can have the most in a season. He does not pick one up there. Quick match, 219 or something like that. 4-9 in items for him. And that is that for our first low card matchup. Expect perhaps more of that. We'll see. This one's actually kind of close though. And both competitors still technically in this. We have Samus. Yeah, this is actually one of the better low card, I suppose. Versus the Ice Climbers. Also because it's do or die time for both of these competitors. And the Ice Climbers are really the only ones I mean, Samus has a chance still at 6-11, but the Climbers at 7-10, they're the ones that are sitting in a better position here. But them losing, I guess, actually would really help Samus out. That would bring them to a tie head-to-head because Climbers won this one the first time. And Samus, in fact, would need that to happen, not only because she would, if she doesn't win, she moves to 6-12, and that's probably done. But also because she would bring the Climbers down, which she would need to have happen, and also need to tie things up in the division to have a chance of coming out on top in that, what would then end up being, hopefully, for her, a 9-11 tiebreaker for the playoffs. Ice Climbers with the scissor, though. If Ice Climbers wins this, though, they're just, again, sitting sitting kind of in a decent-ish spot at 8 and 10. Still definitely in the hunt. We'll say that. Not a decent spot, but still in the hunt. They do get knocked out first, though. Even though they had the scissor, I believe. 139 on Samus. Not far from knockout herself. Weather is a little not great outside, but it looks actually looks kind of awesome out. Snow everywhere. Kind of foggy early morning. Anyway, that being said, Samus does get knocked out and takes 52% damage, 59% all of a sudden. Ice Climbers with a little bit of a lead, percent only. God of War for Samus. Not gonna do much anything. Yeah, I think it's very possible that 8 and 12 is going to be out today, and 10 and 10 might be in today. Or the prospects of 8 and 12 are out, and prospects of 10 and 10 at worst, and 8 and 12 at best. 8 and 12 will be out, 10 and 10 will be in for sure. I think maybe. Not today, tomorrow it'll happen. Ice Climbers still with the lead here, but Samus could still get a knockout easy enough. 71 on Ice Climbers, 141 on Samus. Spupa for Samus. Ice Climbers whipping a bunch of ice as usual. Gets an Entei here. Oh man, I'm not sure if they comboed a hit into the Spupa into the Entei Fire Blast or something, but Samus is knocked out. 111 on Ice Climbers. Samus still a chance here. Just takes a big hit from the Snorlax. Takes 20% damage. Now just dealing with a Keldeo, so that's probably game. Oh man, took one swipe already. 2 now, probably a few more left, and that'll do it. Next one hits. Ice Climbers win. Samus. Not much you can do against that kind of stuff. And the Ice Climbers will, after 3 minutes and 19 seconds, still feel like they have a chance at the playoff. 5 to 12 in items for the Ice Climbers. 6 and 12, Samus probably done, as we just mentioned. 8 and 12 probably won't be able to make it, and probably going to be eliminated today, in fact. All depending on how everybody does, of course. We got Olimar versus Marth. Isn't the best match, because again, these guys are probably done, but maybe not. Olimar isn't. Marth might be. Might be. It's so hard to say, but yeah, he's 6 and 11 right now. He did win over the 8 and 9 Olimar. In fact, Olimar is looking great at 8 and 9. He could go 9 and 9. Nothing to be too mad about at that point. Yeah, he was one that is, in fact, in the playoffs right now. Currently making the playoffs barely at that 8 and 9. But all the 8 and 9s, I think there were 3 of them, were all making it in. Olimar, Fox. And that's it. Oh, and Mr. Game & Watch. Already 102 damage on Marth. Sorry, I missed whatever Pokemon that was that just destroyed him. I'm sure that's what it was. Olimar at 30. Marth dealing with some song bombs from Maletta. I guess maybe it's pronounced Meloetta. That would kind of make sense. Melody. Meloetta. Marth eliminated there by Olimar in pretty quick fashion because of that huge damage he took. 64 on Olimar, not horrible, but taking some damage here is Marth from the Alolan Vulpix and Olimar both. Staryu now out for Olimar and do some swift things, and Olimar now gets a Ditto. Marth jumps back into the Staryu for a few more extra swifts, and he is up to 110 damage percent. Olimar 95 restock though, and dealing with Olimar right now. Go-Goat has come out and almost gets the knockout itself. 161 on Marth. Go-Goat could almost do it. Olimar will finish it. 95 on Olimar's first stock. Marth is down to 1. Not faring well. Not good at all for Marth. 6 and 11, gonna again, just like Samus, move to that 6 and 12, and probably even today be eliminated. Not much chance for him at this point. I mean, really, there is. Again, we've probably seen comebacks at this point work out. He's at 50% now, though. He needed a knockout like now, or like a minute ago, probably. Would have been nice. No, 84% now without the knockout. Pretty much impossible. Scissor comes out now. I believe that's for Olimar, but it's hard to tell. It's kind of just jumping around. Olimar gets a knockout. Scissor is finally attacking him, so it is Olimar's. Looks like that's all it's going to do. But Olimar just jumps off the map and makes sure Marth never comes back. That's it. Olimar, GG. 9 and 9 for him. In a fine spot. A fine spot indeed. 241 match. He's actually now equal with Pikachu at 9 and 9. 9 to 6 in items in Olimar's favor. And I believe that Pikachu has that win over him, but they may play one more time here still. We'll see, of course, about that at the end. Now we have the worst match. Well, yeah, I guess this is the worst matchup of them all. Toon Link versus Diddy. Diddy's at that point. Oh, way over here. Whatever. It has some red. Toon Link obviously eliminated. He was the first. He's 2 and 15. Diddy is 5 and 12. So he's not eliminated, but he's probably at this point today eliminated. It wasn't quite yet, but it was just a matter of time until 12 losses would be eliminated. And so at 5 and 12, even if he wins, it's too bad for him. He just makes that 6 and 12 point we were just talking about with Marth and Samus. But it does make him look a little better that he ends up 6 and 12, or maybe even 8 and 12. Makes it look better in the end. He's still probably at 8 and 12. He will still probably move to the green division. Get separated from Donkey Kong. But could work in his favor. That's kind of the whole point of the low ones moving out, and what it will be in the season 1 and onward. It'll be the mid-range fighters will move out, and the low will stay. Try to work their way out of the low and into the mid to get out. But for now, since they're small divisions, as we work our way into the 22 divisions of each for our to get all the fighters in. For now, it's just like half of the lowest half will move. In fact, the top 6 will stay in the big divisions, and the top 4 will stay in the small. So it is about half of each will move. Diddy is up a stock. 134 on Toon Link's second. 111 on Diddy's first. Gets Toon Link's second. Again, nice performance here, even though it is against the worst in the division. Nice performance nonetheless. They're both going to be moving, so better get used to fighting each other, right? Both move into green division next time, along with very probably Sheik at 6 and 12 as well. Sheik has a bye left, so that's why she has that extra match over Diddy right now. Only a couple rounds left, of course, so Sheik and Mario, the last ones to have buys. Link today, Sheik and Mario will be the only ones left. As Mario decides, it's crazy. Peach and Mario, just a little disclaimer, or a little sneak peek. Mario is on the bye next round. See how he does against Donkey Kong. See how Peach does against Yoshi today. Mario then gets a bye, and Peach is up against Link. And then in the last set, the currently first place Peach takes on the currently second place Mario in the last set. It's going to be amazing. Right now, only half a game. There's only a half a game difference between them because Mario needs that bye. So we shall see. They might be the exact same record going into that last matchup against each other. And Diddy Kong, no, does not knock Link far enough for the knockout, but Meloetta helps him out there a little bit. So very close to the flawless victory was Diddy, but Toon Link actually did knock him out just before Meloetta knocked out Toon Link. So close. 302. Great match, though, for Diddy. 6-16 in items for him. Again, gotta bear in mind that he did have some bananas of his own. But he moves to 6-12, again, probably needlessly. 8-12, probably not going to be enough. Highly doubtful. Highly doubtful that's going to be enough. Toon Link doesn't matter. He's 2-16. He's like the absolute worst, him and Snake right now. Snake, yeah, they're actually both 2-16. So, yeah. DDD in Meta Knight now. DDD, the third in the division, team baddies. He's dropped a little bit, but he's still there. Still doing fine at 11-6, wherever he is, that big bird. And he is taking on Meta Knight, yeah. Who used to be the very worst. Most of the time, he was the worst. But recently, he's been second worst. And Snake and Toon Link have been tied for worst. So there's like that little consolation, I suppose, right? With a win here, that would be insane for one, beating King DDD. It's always a great victory to get. But he would also then match Sonic and Zero Suit Samus. Well, Sonic, because Sonic lost. Zero Suit Samus won, though, so she's actually, yeah, five wins now. Crazy. Won a courtier matches. It could have been worse, I suppose, all things considered. Meta Knight's already eliminated once. Oh, man. The two Kirby villains. I don't know, is Meta Knight like more like an anti-hero than a villain? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wish I played more Kirby, but I didn't. I never did. Maybe we'll pick up some of the Game Boy stuff on the Switch someday. A lot of different things we could play on the Switch on stream, by the way, if you guys would be interested in watching something like that on some casual hangout streams someday. Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. We'll be continuing, of course, with the AI Knockout League, Shorts League, as well as this one. I don't know. I'm going to try to do it as soon as possible so we can get as many matches in as possible. It is probably going to be video, as much as I hate to do the videos. It is kind of more helpful to be able to get the extra stuff in there. I just hate all the extra time it takes, but it is kind of nice. I can sort of do it whenever I want. And it looks like DDD is going to go for the, yeah, wow, he went for the edge knockout, but Meta Knight actually got it. He's at 101, and they're tied in stock right now. Beware, oh, DDD knocks Meta Knight out for the second time. Beware is DDD's. Both of them floating their way back up to the map. Gonna make it. Beware gonna connect with Meta Knight once before leaving. Meta Knight drops the Pokeball. Spike balls bouncing at him. Two of them hit him. DDD gets the Pokeball. Meta Knight gets a different one. It's or unless DDD must have thrown. No, that is Abra's. Meta Knight's Abra and DDD's Go-Go. And DDD, oh, big mallet hit. Doesn't quite get Meta Knight for the last stock, but that one will. DDD, again, pretty easily handling Meta Knight there. Nothing to worry about. Might be our fastest match. It's close. We had a few that are right around that, hovering around that 2-minute mark. 2:31. It's actually a little longer than some of the faster ones we had today. 5-7 in items for Meta Knight, actually. Doesn't really matter that much. We only shout it out every time because why not? We've been doing it the whole time at this point. We scroll down to the end. It makes certain that we scroll down to the end every time. I hate missing that. Getting all those stats in there for you nerds. Jigglypuff. We have one more match already for the low card. This one's gone very quick. Jigglypuff taking on Ike. We do have some top competitors in this one, but taking on bottom of the barrel, that's what happens. We did decide on one here. I think it was this, yeah. Ike's, I believe we just went with that one. Tertiary skin. Alright, Ike's 12-5, of course. Jigglypuff is 6-11, still that very tiny chance. But not a very good one because she's the lowest of the 6-11s of the three of them in the Team Universe division. Lucario won. Marth didn't, so she at least could pass him up at least if she wins. Against Ike, not easy. She's at 45% already. Oh, fighting back here. Wait a second. Ike certainly doesn't want to lose again, 12-5. Doesn't sound as good as 12-0. Or whatever he was. I think he went like 10-0 at least. Oh, nice hit there. Yeah, he has been losing a few matches here in the second round of divisional play. He is... Oh, wow. He just got eliminated first. Jigglypuff at 59% in the lead. Lunala helping out there for sure. Another last blast of Lunala does hit Ike. As he chases Jigglypuff, the floating Jigglypuff around the map. And yeah, Jiggly, something like this, it's a good somebody who can get back to the map easily against somebody who can't in Ike. And so you've got to be careful here. Ike does get a Kyogre though, so that'll be useful. Unless Jigglypuff just floats all over the place, Ike does get the elimination himself. Wait, Jigglypuff, where are you going? On top of Kyogre, almost gets knocked off the map after just returning. Beware now for Ike is gonna maybe even things up here for him. That's not good for Jigglypuff. 2 uppercuts right off the bat. If she takes another, she's in some trouble here. Giratina now comes out for Ike. Oh boy. Beware just finished her second stock. Ike is at 77 on his second. Takes the lead. Giratina doing nothing. Snorlax now on the left for Ike. Looks like he's going to try to... Attempts to knock Jigglypuff into him, but not quite able to. Doing tons of damage though. 80 on him, 49 on Jiggly's last. He gets an Alolan Raichu. Jigglypuff runs away. Yeah, big trouble for Jiggly. Looks like Ike is going to take this after some sketchiness in the beginning. Chespin for him on the middle of the map. Be able to get another Pokeball here. Marshadow. Good closer here. Of course, Ike is a good closer himself. 99 on his second, 79 on Jigglypuff's last. Jiggly doing a little bit here. Ike comes back strong. Exeggutor for Jiggly. Oh man, Ike gets the up B attack through the Exeggutor and knocks out Jigglypuff. Youch. So he's able to win that one. That is good for him. Jigglypuff probably already was out, but 6-12, she probably definitely is now. 3-10 match. 5-9 in items for Ike. And that, he also goes to 13-5. So that's a lot better than 12-5, and that is the end of our low card subset. We are on to the big ones, the 6 high card subset matchups. Stay tuned, guys. Nerds Templar and the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, we're back with the high card subset of set 20 of 22 here, the Super Smash Bros. AI Ultimate AI League Season 0. Mewtwo is up first in Team Baddies, and he's taking on Ganondorf. Of course, all of these matchups extremely important. For all of the competitors now. The 9 and 8 Mewtwo, 10 and 7 Ganondorf. Mewtwo won this one the first time around. He was doing so well in the division here. Now he's fallen down to 6th. Even though he's last place other than the 2 that are already eliminated, he's still sitting in a decent spot for playoffs. Especially with one more win, almost solidify his spot. Ganondorf may have already done so at 10 and 7. Mewtwo with the first win in this head-to-head. Probably feels like he's got a little advantage maybe coming in with the Beware as well here. Connects himself and allows the Beware to come over and get an uppercut in there. Gets the first stock. 2, almost 3 Beware uppercuts in a row. Just popping Ganondorf up in the air. If he hit that last one, Ganondorf probably would have lost another stock. Looks like, yeah, Meloetta for him now. Does a little bit to bring this back slightly, but he's at 80. Mewtwo's at 79 on his first. Ganondorf almost knocked off. 108 now. Mewtwo coming on strong here. Pincurchin for him. Will allow him to get that other Pokeball if he can grab it. Oh, Ganondorf can't make it back to the map. And that's stock number 2 for him. Mewtwo grabs that other Pokeball. It's a dead and A at the top of the map. Abomasnow might be for Ganondorf, though. Looks like it is. Oh man, punches, Ice Punch on Mewtwo as Abomasnow falls off the map. 111, Mewtwo's first stock. Ganondorf 24 on his last. Crazy. Mewtwo owning him today. A little bit of Pokeball help, maybe. But he's done a lot of it himself. Swirlix here for Ganondorf. Misses the big sword attack, does not miss the kick. Mewtwo loses his first stock at least. Vulpix coming out now. For Ganondorf. Lights up Mewtwo a couple times. Oh, and a Keldeo. Wait a second. Keldeo might bring this to... Oh, the first strike knocks Mewtwo out. That is not good for him. A few of them missed now as Mewtwo spawns. One more hit though. Wait a second. 2 of them hit as Keldeo is now gone, but this is even 51 to 75. This is anyone's game against a heavy hitter like Ganondorf. 73 to 79. Oh my, Mewtwo could fall here after a commanding lead to start things. Again, they're both looking okay for the playoffs, but Mewtwo trying to tie things up. He would take the lead over him because of the head-to-head victories. Alolan Raichu for Mewtwo does connect once, but no, that's it. Allows him to control the map, and 2 more hits. The kick into the Energy Blast. Mewtwo eliminates Ganondorf. What a play! But just barely, Mewtwo escapes with that victory. 257. What a match. Ganondorf so close to bringing that one back. 7 to 7 in items. What a way to start the high card, right? Now we got Fox. A little lower in the rankings, but still in it. And he is taking on Captain Falcon. Right, we don't have many choices for Fox here, huh? Not an easy way for Fox to finish things off. You're not quite finishing, but in your last 3 matches when you need all the wins you can get, you don't really want to have to play the top in the league. 13 and 4 Captain Falcon. He's 8 and Fox is 8 and 9. Fox won this the first time around though. So bear that in mind. It's one he knows he can win. Pokeballs will help. Lunala will help to start things off here for Fox. Almost baits Captain Falcon into it. Captain Falcon baited into it by the Pokeball, but he does get it. It's Togedemaru. Gets hit by the last two Lunala blasts, and that does eliminate Captain Falcon the first time. Knocks Fox into the Togedemaru, and also now Captain Falcon has an Alolan Vulpix. Did I say Captain Falcon? That's what I meant. Fox is at 109 on his first. Now knocked out, and we're back to even. Good matchup here. Certainly playoff potential. A fast one. Two fast competitors. And Mimikyu catches Captain Falcon as fast as he is. Luckily comes out at a time where Captain Falcon does not have to worry about being annihilated. He's got the next Pokeball himself. Taking a ton of kicks from Fox. Fox trying to knock that ball out of his hands. Not able to. Fletchling for Captain Falcon. Fox gets an Obama Snow for himself, though. Looked like Captain Falcon was trying to dodge that Fletchling, but I'm quite certain that was him that got that. Fox able to get another one at the top. Alolan Exeggutor. Not anything crazy coming out since the Lunala. 111 on Captain Falcon, 34 on Fox with the big lead still, kind of. Don't want to come down from your up B on top of Captain Falcon like that. It's never safe. Abra for Fox. Dedenne for Falcon. Snorlax, oh, for Fox, right as Captain Falcon's coming up on top of him, so yeah, that'll get the knockout. Snorlax gets more knockouts on his way up from the body to the body slam than he does on his way down from the body slam. 95, 103 on Fox now, and Falcon pulled the Staryu, knocks Fox out of it though, to the other side of the map, so he shouldn't get back into that. 116, 133 on Fox. Captain Falcon could still bring this back, but some nice hits from Fox. 50% on Captain Falcon's last stock here. What you want on, if you're Fox, that's what you want. A little more percent done before you lose that stock like he just did. Now 1-to-1 in stock, but 53% on Captain Falcon. As they go in Electrode on the left side of the map, they both run away. Oh, Captain Falcon is lucky. Oh no, the Electrode is still there. It was a dud. It was a dud. And they kept fighting, and the fight made its way back to the Electrode, and Captain Falcon cannot escape its blast. Oh man, Fox with the victory over Captain Falcon, who moves to 13-5. What? Crazy. The 9-9 Fox, though, 316 knockout. 9-9 Fox. He's hanging in there strong. He was even higher up in the division at one point. 7-9 in items in favor of Captain Falcon. I think Fox was like 7-5 at one point. So yeah, he's still in a good spot for the playoffs here. One more win should solidify it for him. Captain Falcon obviously is in, but he's not going to worry about whether he can get one of those buy spots in Team Nintendo, as we now have Peach taking on Yoshi. In another, of course, another good one. I guess pink is technically closer to red than purple is, since pink is just light red. In this type of pink that Yoshi has is light red, because there is a difference between light red like this and like magenta pink. That's a different color, in case you didn't know that. Peach 12-5, Yoshi 10-7, both great spots in the division, probably both even clinched playoffs at this point. But Peach, of course, playing for the top of the division and a bye. Yoshi's still technically also doing that, and Peach falls too far. We've seen her do that a couple times recently. Just float down to her doom slowly. 70 on Yoshi's first. Man, Peach just cannot finish Yoshi's first stock here. Taking a lot of damage on her second, 70% already. Now Yoshi could technically somehow, maybe, get a buy spot here, especially by beating Peach, and he just knocked her out again. 123 on his first, this is insane here. Peach did win the first time around. Ooh, still can't get Yoshi out, 141 on him. 34 on her last stock. Yoshi continues to add on that damage. Goldine, unfortunately for him. $60 on Peach's last. Yoshi easily knockoutable. Zoroark will do it. There he is. Because that's a way to get him. 226%. 66 on Peach's last. Yoshi has 2 left. Not looking good at all for number 1 in the division here. And she's gonna, yeah, maybe number 2 going into her bout with Mario at the very end of things. He's technically gonna be up. He will be number 1 if she loses here. Well, and he wins, of course. And then if she wins, and while he's on his bye, he'll still be up a match. Deoxys for Peach. Yoshi being teleported around by Abra. 93 on Peach's last, 53 on Yoshi's second. She's trying to hang in there. Turnip almost got 2 attacks out of 1 turnip. Pulls Togepi? No, Vulpix down there. Alolan Vulpix. For Peach, still. 110 on her. Yoshi at 89 on the second. Still struggling to get that last stock. 102 on him now. 110 on Peach. All he needs is 1 big hit. That's all he's needed for a while now. There it is, finally. And he gets the upset, I suppose. He's 2 games back, so I guess you can call that an upset victory over Peach, the number 1. And Yoshi telling her where she's about to end up. Number 2. 332 time. 14-4 in items. Peach, that may have been somewhat due to her turnips, I guess, but yeah, I still think she would have won that item race, because 4 is not very many for Yoshi. It's a decently average, maybe a little above average match time, so 3 more matches left. Rob is the first one up here against Lucas. Big ol' important one. Can't see that. There they are. I believe we went with this one. Of course, it's important. Rob 12-5, Lucas 11-7. I'm sorry, Rob 12-6, Lucas 11-7. Rob and Lucas, the last 2 buys, so yeah. They are both 1 match ahead of everybody else still. Probably, definitely both in, I would say, actually. They're definitely both in. They are, in fact, already. Gave them the little asterisk. 11 is in. Rob. Lucas is also fighting for a bye spot, still. But Rob, definitely a better chance with an extra win already. But they both only have 1 more match after this. Bear that in mind. In fact, because of that, let's see here. Captain Falcon stays at 13. Lucas can move to, yeah, Lucas could still get to 13 wins if he wins here. So he does still have a chance at a bye. Right now, Ness at 12-5 is getting the second bye in their division. Rob 125%. Beware comes out for Lucas as he's doing some PK Thunder things. Rob gets back onto the map, but that's not a safe place to be. Although Beware is now wandering to the other side of the map. Doesn't look like he's going to do anything. Nope. Rob hangs in there, 146%. Lucas at 43. Now gets Rob at 161. Chespin for Lucas. Rob firing up the laser. Oh man, Togepi freezes. That must have been Lucas's as well. Maybe not. 64% on Lucas. Gets another Pokeball. Snivy. Oh man, doesn't knock Rob off, but goes for the edge knockout. Gets back on. I wouldn't try it with Rob if I were Lucas. Better to do when you're the one with the better recovery, right? Lucas is grabbed up by the Mimikyu, and this will sort of even things up. 53% on Rob's second as he takes Lucas to 2-stock. Gets himself up. No, he does not get that Pokeball. Now he does. It's a Darkrai. Lucas not going to grab that one. Rob also not going to grab it now, and it goes back for it. It's a Detonate, and he also gets the other one that just spawned a Scissor. Uh-oh, Lucas. Not good for him. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, Rob did win this matchup the first time around, so Lucas really needs this one. Even things up in record and in head-to-head play with Rob would be huge. But right now, not looking... I mean, it's 109 to 85, so he's kind of evening it back up in damage here. Swirlix for Rob on the left side of the map, though, right where he's at. Let's see if Abra keeps just teleporting him right back to where he's at already. Oh man, a huge PK fire on Rob knocks him away from the Swirlix, so Lucas can get back onto the map, and a huge whatever that blue shield thing is blasts Rob away, and Lucas actually in the lead now with the stock advantage still. 125% on that though. Let's see if he can stack up any Oh, Kyogre for Lucas. Wait just a moment. Is this going to be it? Now, Kyogre does not do damage, but it is extremely hard to avoid. And it doesn't get it. So 25% currently on Rob, and Lucas was able to pull a Ditto during that, so that is not good for Rob. Lucas, what a block there. Probably saved his stock there. And now, yeah, Rob is... Oh, Ditto Lucas just knocked out Rob at 80%. And Lucas with an incredible comeback. And like I said, he's 12-7. He knocks Rob down to 12-7. It's now 1-1 in their head-to-head matchup. 4-12 matchup match time. What? That was crazy. 11 to 10 in items. Rob had 11, but Lucas gets the win. And it doesn't get much closer than that. It's going to basically, for them now, come down to who has better records against Falcon and possibly Ness, depending on what happens with this. Ness did win, so Ness is still second. Lucas is now perhaps third. We'll see. Him and Rob are, of course, tied. And Captain Falcon actually lost, so I don't know. He might still be first, though, over Ness, so we'll see. He's still definitely first or second, though. But still, pretty crazy in that top of the Nintendo division now. Donkey Kong, speaking of crazy tops of divisions, we got Donkey Kong versus Mario. And this is a crazy one for sure. We gave Diddy a tertiary this time, but we really don't have one for Donkey Kong at all. We don't really have one for Diddy either, so just go with the purple with anything. Purple's is the most blue one too, actually. We have to go with that. Pink. Guess we could do that. Alright, why not? It's an important one. Obviously, 11 and 6 Donkey Kong, 12 and 6 Mario. Half a game separates them. Mario still needs his bye, of course. But this is literally where Donkey Kong can go ahead. DK 4th place, Mario 2nd place. Peach just lost to Yoshi. Peach 1st place, just lost. Yoshi's in 5th, just behind Donkey Kong. A whole game behind Donkey Kong, because mostly everyone's done with buys at this point. It's just the couple that we have left, like Mario. Caught in the Kyurem. Donkey Kong with a little lead here, 29 to 103. Mario grabbing a Swirlix and a Metagross, but Donkey Kong probably just going to avoid that. Oh man, a big up beat by Mario. Tries to bring this back percent-wise, 73 to 103. Detonate for Mario. Pokemon help. Brings this back to even, and no, Mario doesn't have the strength to knock DK off that time, but Scissor might. Still doesn't do. 127 on Mario. DK, that is, avoids the second Scissor strike, not the Mario hit though, and Scissor still there, is now gone, okay. Oh no, Alolan Raichu does. DK is dealing with so much stuff right now. 142 to 124 though, he's still keeping it close. Eevee for him. Oh man, and a strong attack. Oh, I thought it was a strong attack by DK, but Mario countered it and gets the knockout first. That is what just came out. So not a bit of Pokemon dodge hit? I guess not. There's an Abomasnow. Must be Mario's. Nope. Donkey Kong's 149 on Mario's first stock. Donkey Kong still trying here. Snivy for him. Electrode for not that it matters, it's for Donkey Kong. Mario throws him out of it. 34 on him, 150. Oh, finally he gets Mario's first. 34 to nothing. Mario stacking up some more damage here. Trying to pull ahead again. 76 now on Donkey Kong. Oh man, Donkey Kong's Vulpix does catch Mario in some of those embers. Mario gets a Staryu. Donkey Kong caught for a moment, gets out of it, goes back into it. 135 now on him. Tons of damage done. Mario gets knocked out himself there. One stock left on Donkey Kong. Mario 2. And like no damage done yet. Nothing from Mario Snorlax. 55 now. Donkey Kong needs a couple big hits. Swirlix for Donkey Kong. No crazy Pokemon here. DK going for those big hits. Can't hit them though. Mario, uh-oh. Flurry of attacks. Connect. 61 to 74. Mario up a stock. Man, Exeggutor may have saved Mario there, getting knocked out. Go-Go stunned as he ran into the runs into the Exeggutor there. DK still can't knock Mario out. He's at 103. Mario at 108 with a stock advantage. Not looking good for Donkey Kong. Still in a fine spot, 11 and 7. But Mario is looking like he's number 2 now. And that hit doesn't knock DK out. Neither do Latios and Latios. Neither do any of those hits on the side of the map from Mario. 136 to 151. DK gets Mario finally, but 138 on his last stock here. Ooh. 150, still not knocked out. Mario with a Xerneas buff. Certainly that will give him the power he needs, right? There it is. Wow. It took a while. Mario does pick up the victory, though. Big matchup. Playoff, again, definitely going to be a playoff potential matchup for 53. DK certainly had a chance. Some decent Pokemon maybe for Mario. Could have helped out a little bit. 11 to 14 in items for Mario. And we've got one more match left, guys. 11 and 7 Donkey Kong now. The 13 and 6 Mario moves above the now 12 and 6 Peach. Going into his bye. Certainly where he would like to be. Our last match is Wolf taking on Bowser. The matchup of matchups. The one you've all been waiting for. Number 2 Wolf, 12 and 5, taking on the number 1 Bowser, 14 and 3. Bowser won this the first time. Can Wolf pick up the victory? Bringing us back to one game between him and Bowser. He's by himself in second right now, 12 and 5, DDD 11 and 6, who just beat Meta Knight. Wolf has the 2 wins in the head-to-head against DDD though, so he will remain in second even if he loses here. But he does not want to lose, does he? Who does? Who wants to lose? Wolf is able to get back to the map, and oh man, unfortunately, just as Genesect ends up down there for the second blast, 69 to 76, very close in percent still. Eevee comes out for Wolf. Oh, Bowser with the drop kick does get that first stock. Knockout. Wolf now with a Meloetta and a Meowth in case Meloetta knocks Bowser over that direction with all that Pokemon support. Easy knockout for him. Evens things back up. Pokeball sitting there and Bowser gets it this time. Ditto Bowser. And that is why, as if you're Wolf, you never let a Pokeball sit there, especially when Bowser is also next to it. He now also has an Alolan Raichu. Wolf dealing with all kinds of stuff now, just like Bowser had to deal with all kinds of his stuff. 47 to 87, 2 stock left each. Wolf tries to go run for that Pokeball. That's not quite the time you want to go grab it. Bowser gets that one. Wolf loses a stock. Wolf gets a Giratina though. Wolf cannot avoid the Togedemaru's first blast. Giratina does get Bowser the second time. It's pretty much even. Wolf tries to dodge oh no! Woo! The dropkick can't quite finish Wolf, but almost. The Kyogre probably will though. 57 only on Wolf. He's trying. He's using his shield to try to block the Kyogre. Did he just do enough to stay on here? I think he did, but he didn't use his up B to get back to the map. And Bowser will win it after a crazy one. Just not a very unorthodox battle there for the 2 top and team baddies. 2-13 match. Pretty crazy. Almost our fastest match today even. 3 to 8 in items. Wolf obviously with a decent enough chance there, I'd say. Items going your way it means a big thing, right? It means a great deal. But that's it. 12 and 6 for Wolf. He's still second place, tied at 12 and 6 with DDD, but he's got that head-to-head. 15 and 3 for Bowser, one of the best still then in the league. The best in the league now by a couple matches because the second best, 13 and 4, Captain Falcon, lost. So let's check those standings now that we're done with everything. So definitely some changes coming this time around. Team Mario is now at the top again, 13 and 6, with his bye coming up tomorrow. Kirby's second now, 12 and 6, second again, 12 and 6, and Peach is 12 and 6 as well. Kirby winning in the head-to-heads and beating Mario. I think they tied in head-to-head, but Kirby has beaten Mario twice, I believe, maybe now, but has more wins against Mario nonetheless than Peach. So then at fourth we have Yoshi at 11 and 7, then Donkey Kong in fifth at 11 and 7. Yoshi, the better matchups ahead, above those two than Donkey Kong has, I believe, than maybe against Peach. Then we have 6th is still Zelda at 11-7 as well, though, with Yoshi and Donkey Kong. Then we have Link still at 7th at 9-9, Luigi at 7-11, Diddy at 6-12, Sheik at 6-13, and Toon Link at 2-16. Then in Team Baddies, we got Bowser still at the top, 15-3, Wolf still in second, 12-6, DDD tied with him again, 12-6, but Wolf has the 2 head-to-head victories over DDD. Wario in 4th at 11-7 by himself, and now Mewtwo's 5th again, 10-8. Ganondorf also 10-8. Mewtwo with the better victories than the Ganondorf has in the division. Then we have Meta Knight and Snake at the bottom, 13-15 and 2-16, both out of it, of course. Team Nintendo, Captain Falcon is 13-5. Ness is also 13-5, but Captain has those 2 victories over Ness. Rob is 12-7. Lucas is also 12-7, but Rob has wins over Captain Falcon. Falco is 10-8, and he is 5th. Fox is 9-9. Climbers and Game & Watch are 8-10. Important spot there. We'll see in a moment. And then Samus is 6-12. Zero Suit Samus 5-13, and Sonic at 4-14. In Team Universe, we got Ike at 13-5. Pokemon Trainer still in first. Pokemon Trainer still in second, 12-6. Pikachu is still third at 9-9, but now tied with Olimar at 9-9 and fourth. And Lucario and Pit are 7-11. Lucario above Pit. And then Marth 6-12 and Jigglypuff 6-12 at the bottom. Now it turns out that because of how things fall, the 12 losses are still technically not out of it completely, somehow. But they're still in, so the only one eliminated today was Sheik that drops to 6-13. 13 already being what gets you eliminated. Sheik hits that today, and that will do it for her. She does have the last round for her is a bye, so she has one more match and then she's just done. Gets an early end. So then we also still have everybody else technically in the hunt, but for our first bye, Bowser remains at the top at 15-3. Captain Falcon, it will say still in second, stays toward the top at 13-5. Ike also 13-5, and Ness at 13-5 will be bye 4. And bye 5 is Mario at 13-6. And we've got Wolf that's remained highest of the 12-6s in bye 6. Bye 7, Pokemon Trainer 12-6. Finally gets out of that 8th bye spot. And Kirby is bye 8, 12-6 himself, getting back into the bye spot. Then for our seeding, we have Peach seed 1 because she came from the bye spot into the seeding, so she's first. 12-6 Peach. Then 12-6 DDD falls to seed 2. Then we have seed 3 is Rob at 12-7, along with then Lucas seed 4 at 12-7. Got seed 5 is Yoshi. We have 11-7's Yoshi and Wario, seed 5 and 6. Or Wario would be somewhere in there between then Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and Zelda, all 11-7s. There, Yoshi, Wario, DK, and Zelda. So that's seed 5 through 8 are the 11-7s. And then we move to seed 9 is Falco, who would be playing the worst of those 11-7s. He's 10-8. Or Mewtwo at 10-8. 10-8 would be facing off against them. Those are seed 9 and 10. And then Ganondorf is also 10-8. He's seed 11, unless it's Falco. And then seed 12 and 13, we've got Pikachu and Olimar at 9-9. We also have Fox and Link at 9-9. So 12 through 15 seeds will be 9-9s. That leaves one spot for 8 and 10. And there's only 2 8 and 10s. They're both in Team Nintendo. And that means that the Ice Climbers would be getting that last seed over Mr. Game & Watch because of their head-to-heads. Both of them the 8 and 10s. So right now in the hunt would be Game & Watch, the same record as the last seed, but not quite getting it. So he has the best chance. We still have Lucario, Pit, and Luigi at 7 and 11, with still a shot if they can pull off 2 more victories and see what the Ice Climbers and Game & Watch do. They have a chance still. Not to mention what the other 9 and 9s do, Link, Fox, Olimar, and Pikachu. There's still a chance that they could drop a little further and could allow some more of these others in the hunt to make their way in. And the probably outs now are the 6 and 12s, Marth, Diddy, Samus, and Jigglypuff. But somehow they still maybe have a very slight chance to make it in. And of course, now eliminated, Toon Link, Meta Knight, Snake, Sonic, Zero Suit Samus, and Sheik is the newest elimination there. It's 6 and 13. But that's where things stand. It's coming down to the wire. We're definitely going to have some matchups in these last two sets that are going to determine a lot of things. And here, speaking of, here, oh, also because now actually 10 wins does in fact get you into the playoffs. The only spots left are that seed 12 through seed 16. So the 9 and 9s haven't clinched yet. And of course, the 8 and 10 climbers haven't clinched yet. Those 5 spots are the only ones left open to get. Everyone else is in. 10 and 8 and up is in. Only 2 sets left. That's what happens, right? So set 21, speaking of, here it is. Yoshi is taking on Luigi, giving Luigi one last shot maybe. Diddy taking on Kirby. Sheik is taking on Donkey Kong. Link is taking on Peach, and that's a big one. And then finally, Zelda facing off against Toon Link. Mario's on his bye. Then in Team Baddies, we got Wario versus King Dedede. That's, again, another big one there. Mewtwo versus Wolf. Everybody in Team Baddies is either in the playoffs or out of the playoffs. The 2 out are Meta Knight and Snake. Everybody else has made it in. Mewtwo versus Wolf is going to be a good one. We're still determining where everybody falls in the seeding and even in the buys. Ganondorf versus Snake, Meta Knight versus Bowser will finish us off there. Team Nintendo, we got Fox taking on Rob. That'll be an important one. We got Ness versus Samus. We got Ice Climbers versus Zero Suit Samus. Got Captain Falcon versus Sonic. And we got Game & Watch versus Falco, and that'll probably be one of the other really important ones there. For Game & Watch, certainly, but even for Falco, who has made it, but he's 10 and 8 right now. And then Lucas is on a bye. Then we got Ike versus Olimar. Last chance. Well, Olimar's in. Ike trying to stay at the top. Jigglypuff versus Pokemon Trainer. Jigglypuff probably out. Pokemon Trainer also trying to stay at the top, maybe clinching a bye spot. I'm sorry, that was wrong. That was actually Pit versus Jigglypuff, not Trainer versus Jigglypuff. So Ike and Olimar. Pit versus Jigglypuff. So that'll be a little more important because Pit is in. It has one more shot, pretty much 7 and 11. Jigglypuff, he'll need that win. And he actually has Olimar after that, which is really important because Olimar is one that he could almost eliminate from the playoffs and take the spot up, depending on what Olimar does against Ike in this coming set. Then we got Trainer, so those are both really pretty important ones there, Ike and Olimar and Pit and Jigglypuff. Then we got Trainer versus Pikachu, also important because, again, Pokemon Trainer trying to clinch that by number 2, and he will do so, I believe, if Pikachu and Olimar both lose then. Especially if he beats Pikachu, he should be good, I think. Pokemon Trainer, that is. Pikachu still hasn't clinched, so Pikachu needs that win. And finally, Marth versus Lucario. I keep looking at the last set. Marth versus Lucario is the last match. Marth probably out, Lucario also probably out, but still slightly in the hunt at 7 and 11. Probably not a good matchup, but maybe the last ditch effort of Lucario. That's what we got, guys. It should be pretty good as, things come to the very end here. Only a few really important ones. We have a lot that may not mean a whole lot, but then there's a lot of people just still vying for different places in the playoffs. So that is still important. Get those matchups, see who you end up with. But that's that, guys. That's all I got. I will see you in the next one. Should be good. 2 more regular season days, and then we got 2 days of playoffs, which will be probably just about as long stream-wise. So yeah, I hope to see you in the rest of them, guys. This is Randy with Nerds Templar in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Catch y'all later. Peace, and Merry Christmas.